Yeah, tell me what happened.
I've got pain down the posterior lateral aspect of my neck.
Okay.
Hurts during flexion, lateral flexion, and sometimes during rotation. It's very restrictive.
Okay.
There's pain on the posterior part of the scapula. Any thoracic rotation is impinged because of that pain. And some certain points, when just pressed on the back, tend to radiate to the shoulder. Immense pain that radiates to the shoulder, like not prickling pain, but I can feel a pain that radiates all the way through to the shoulder. And the neck pain comes and goes. It's been there for the last 3 weeks, 3 weeks to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks. It comes and goes as it does. If it's not painful, it's just very restrictive. If it's painful, it's just hard to move, and I have to lie down and just rest for about half an hour until it goes away.
Okay. Which movement is very painful?
For the shoulder region and the back region, any thoracic rotation is extremely painful. I can't move beyond a certain point because it just stops. The neck pain, it comes and goes. I've started playing basketball recently in the morning sessions. Sometimes after that, if I play a little for a little too long, it tends to hurt, and then it becomes very hard to twist, to turn. And
so rotation is the main issue. What about the shoulder rotation?
The shoulder rotation.
Does that hurt?
No, that's it.
What about this?
A little bit, yes.
It hurts?
Yes. Yeah, all across the...
Okay. Relax. Take it behind. How about that? It's okay. Only shoulder external rotation is painful. Okay. Okay. This is painful. Okay. What about abduction? Take it down. Is this painful?
No.
Okay. What about the neck? Turn to the side. Does it hurt?
No, not so much.
At the end range, does it hurt if I give overpressure?
Yes, a little bit at the back.
Exactly the same area, you get that? Okay. What about here?
Here
starts
it
hurting?
feels very restrictive. I can't move beyond this.
Is it painful?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end range.
Okay, yeah.
And it refers down?
Yes, I'm feeling a bit of pain there.
And only while rotation you feel pain at the head, or?
Yes, this direction.
Where exactly you feel?
Yeah,
Frontal area?
Yes.
Okay. Left eyebrow up.
Yeah.
Right. Just above the eyebrow, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now bend forward. Does it hurt?
No, it just feels tight.
Feels tight where? Exactly here? At the center?
At the center
And on the right side?
On the right hand side.
So this is the frontal observation from the posterior aspect of this person, and his chief complaints were pain over this area, and even the shoulder and the neck movements are painful. So this is the area where he complains of pain, especially over the upper traps and the posterior aspect of the shoulder. And if you see, there is a slight convexity on the left side of the thoracic area, so which might restrict his rotation towards the left side, as well as the movement of the shoulder. And there are a lot of tenderness over this area: latissimus, upper trapezius, and the infraspinatus. A lot of tenderness, and there is a slight convexity towards the left side. Okay, so coming back to the myofascial continuity of the deep cervical fascia, you can please be seated. So deep cervical fascia has 3 lamina. One is superficial, middle, and the deep lamina. If you see the superficial lamina, it envelops the upper trapezius and it envelops the sternocleidomastoid. So it splits open, it envelops the entire sternocleidomastoid, then again it forms one layer, and then again it envelops the entire upper trapezius. Okay, so proximally what happens and distally what happens, the continuity, if you see, proximally it continues up, and it splits and encloses the parotid gland here, as well as then it splits and envelops the masseter muscles. So this is the proximal continuation, and then it goes up one layer, it goes and gets attached to the zygomatic arch. The other layer it goes up, and again it splits and envelops the temporalis muscle. That's why people with shoulder pain, or people with upper trapezius issues, or anything around the upper part of the shoulder or the neck region, they tend to get frequent headaches, and some people complains of TMJ issues, that is temporomandibular dysfunctions. They say it could be due to the myogenic or myofascial temporomandibular dysfunction, which could be due to the proximal continuity of the superficial layer. That's why it is usually associated with shoulder and the TMJ pain or the headache, especially the temporal headache. He also complains of pain over the superior part of the eyebrow, which is nothing but the continuation of the posterior chain of muscles. If you see the trapezius, it goes up and then it goes as an epicranial fascia and then it envelops it. That's why when he turns at some point of rotation towards the left side, he felt some pain at the superior part of the eyebrow. Here, which is a part of a temporalis. So temporalis fascia, temporal fascia. The pain is getting referred to this area, to the masseter, which indicates that there is a link between the masseter and the temporalis. Painful? It is minor, I think.
Left side of my upper body trunk feels a lot better, feels a lot mobile.
Are you feeling lighter or heavy?
I'm feeling a lot lighter,
Lighter
on
on
this
this
side. In
side?
fact, the right hand side feels much heavier compared to this now.
Okay. Check
Movement
the
is more
movement.
free.
Yeah. How about neck rotation?
Neck rotation, no pain.
No pain.
Even
With
post
overpressure.
rotation has no pain.
Okay, good. What about the shoulder movement?
Shoulder abduction, no pain.
No pain. What about the external rotation?
External rotation. Little bit, but not as much as before.
Okay.
Internal.
Okay. Anyways, yeah. I'll see you for the next session.